Mama Martha, Mama Grace, the Nyachae family, fellow mourners, God is good all the times. We have come to pay tribute to a great, and I'm standing here on behalf of the family of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Our families have got history. The late Paramount Chief Musa Nyandusi was a friend of our father. Simon would say he took his elder son, Ayako, of the home church, to Jaramogi when Jaramogi was a teacher at Marseille School, and told him, huyo mtoto nimeletea wewe. Jaramogi took Ayako, peace, and Ayako used to live in our house in Marseille. The first time I came and met Mzee Nyandusi was a small boy in 1954, when I was told by my father that tomorrow in the morning we are going to Kisii. Then I did not sleep. Early in the morning at 3 a.m. we took off. Those old, they were called box bodies. The journey will take 3 hours. Arriving in Kisii town at 6 a.m. Very cold. So we went to a friend in Kisii hospital. They led me to Jura, who received us, gave us hot tea. After which we then drove to Mzee Nyandusi's home, and we found Mzee there who welcomed us. And as we were taken aside, as they were talking now with Jaramogi and led me to Jura. That was my first encounter. And that story Nyachae would tell me several times we met. The story of how they would come together. So when Jaramogi became the Minister for Home Affairs, when he was in charge of Africanization and provincial administration was under him, that's when he promoted Nyachae to become the district commissioner at the time. There's another friend we shared with Simon, late Job Omino, and we would sometimes sit. Grace knows the corner where we used to sit and discuss very many issues, history. Job and Simon had attended the same course at Cambridge University, those days when they were being trained to become civil servants. We were great friends. We share is Mzee Madenge there, who was also a secretary, a great friend of Simon's. Madenge there was very much committed to freedom from hunger walks. And he drafted Simon into it, and with a worry, we walked from hunger. I remember one time, as we were approaching Oyaki Way, I started getting cramps. And Zimadenge and Simon came to my aid to help me to stretch up so that I could finish the walk. I was actually very surprised that older people were able to make it, and I was actually going to fail. So we were friends. A lot about Simon. But there's that human part of him. He was a very compassionate person. But he also lacked efficiency. Trained in the colonial culture of efficiency. So he helped so many Kenyans to acquire education. When you go to the United States, you will find villages filled with Kenyans who were actually beneficiaries of Simon's generosity. You go to New Jersey, you go to Texas, you go to Minnesota, where my friend, the deputy governor, was. Very many Kenyans there. Many sent to India, to China, all over the world. So he's made a tremendous contribution to our country. When he became a minister, I was a member of parliament, and we were, of course, opposition, and he was in the government. But we worked very closely together with Simon as a minister for agriculture, later minister for finance. Later on, resigned from the government and was in opposition. We again worked together. When we started the Rainbow Coalition together, and we were ourselves broke away from Kanu, and we formed the Rainbow Coalition together because they had negotiated with the late Jobomino. However, when we now teamed up with Nyachae to form NAC, we had an issue. When I said Kibaki Tosha, that did not go down with Simon. And with all the times he kept on reminding me how I betrayed him. But we remained friends generally right through. So we are actually saying goodbye to a great Kenyan patriot, a man who has done a lot in the service, and we want just to say, may the Lord rest Simon's soul in eternal peace. Thank you.
Our friends and family of Mzee, there are so many public servants in this audience who we would have loved to listen to. The Honorable Martha Karua, thank you so much for joining us. We are joined here by virtually all elected leaders from Kisii and Nyamira, led by our senator from Kisii, Mzee Professor Sam Ongeri.